backhand is stopped by DeSalvo, who sprawled out to grab it. 9:17 to go in the first, 3-0 Hat Tricks lead. 30 seconds into a 4-on-4 here. Brown off for unsportsmanlike conduct, and we now have our viewers back on YouTube. Apologies for the delay and the disruption to the stream, but we should be good to go here. Haven't missed much in the last couple minutes. Just a 4-on-4 here for the Hat Tricks, and no real chances for either side. Corey Anderson will skate left to right into the offensive end on the right wing. The shot blocked by Binghamton and knocked back by Susi to the point. Atwell serving down low, but it is blocked, and Binghamton carries out the other way. Jurich out in front. Powell scores. Just like that, out of nowhere, Binghamton strikes 4-on-4. Jurich across to Powell, who hasn't done a ton of scoring this year. He's better at setting it up.
I was going to say, maybe not a ton of goal scoring, but he is one of those 60-point guys on this team, and in fact leads the league in assists with 55. But you're right, that's his 8th goal of the season. So he sets them up more than he scores them. But boy, perfect spot right there, cutting to the net down right wing. And that is a 4-on-4 goal for Binghamton, who probably loves the open ice. You know, they are such an offensive juggernaut and can explode at any minute. So you better believe that they probably love the 4-on-4.
Now a skirmish at center here. Dustin Gesso having to be held back from the bench.
Yeah, Brian Wilson got a hold of him. It's like Gesso can't contain himself. He saw his teammate get double teamed there along the boards. 2 Binghamton Black Bears and 1 Danbury hat trick player, and Gesso wanted to even things up, but can't get involved when you're on the bench like that, and that's a good teammate right there in Brian Wilson, making sure that he got Gesso immediately and pulled him away in time.
It was Gallagher who laid a hit in center. That original hit was called a penalty. Then Ivashkin jumped Gallagher. He's sitting in the box as well. It might just be 2 aside here. I'm not sure if they're going to call Gallagher and Ivashkin for fighting, just roughing, or what.
Gallagher never even took off the gloves. He was just kind of jumped after the hit. So we will see. Looks like Gallagher might get the extra minor here. So the original minor, and then probably a roughing with him and Ivashkin. The good thing, getting Ivashkin off the ice, of course, here, Binghamton goes to the power play, but they'll have to do it without their top offensive player.
And it will be, I'd imagine, a 4-on-3 power play for 48 seconds. Referees tonight, Chris Hoy and Adam Fish. The linesmen, Nick Sharippa and Barry Mead. And
keep an eye on Jurich. This year he's got 36 goals, but 11 of them on the power play. He is second in the league behind Johnny Ruiz of Danbury.
So Tal Finberg is skating across to the penalty box to serve the extra minor against Gallagher. And it is a 4-on-3 power play for Binghamton. 8:35 to go in the first. 3-1 Hat Tricks. Danbury led 3-0. Binghamton got on the board just a couple minutes ago with Kyle Powell. Now a 48-second 4-on-3 before a regular conventional power play. Powell at the point. Binghamton won the faceoff across to the far circle. Yarwood drops back to the point. Powell across left side. Jurich comes back up high as Binghamton is set up. One-timer Yarwood far circle. It is swallowed up by DeSalvo. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-3. 8:17 in the first. Hat Tricks up 2.
Good read there by DeSalvo. He had a good look at it. He got a clean look at it. But, he had to get over, too, because the puck was in the middle of the ice, and he was squared against that guy. But then the pass goes to Yarwood, and he slid over neatly and just, as you said, swallowed up that shot.
Hat Tricks barrel in behind their own net, but Binghamton comes away with the puck. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-3. A minute and a half left on a Binghamton power play overall. Jurich left circle, wrist shot blocked by Lazaro. Bounces to the near boards. Yates takes it off the wall there for the Black Bears. Turns it behind the net. Carries across to the far wing. Cuts back down low behind the cage. Out in front, Jurich one-timer. Lazaro able to block that one again, and the hat trick's clear. Back to a 5-on-4 power play here for Binghamton. A minute and 5 left on it. 7:40 in the first. The hat trick's ahead by 2. Powell on the slingshot drops for Yates, who passes ahead. And the hat tricks can't get out of their own zone. Yarwood, far circle, pass in front, intercepted by Ruiz, who will shovel to center. Powell takes over at his own line and skates right back to the hat trick zone. On the near wing, Powell across to the far side at the point. Jurich cross ice feed right back to Powell. Knocked by Ruiz, but Powell settles it. Along the boards, takes it up high, feeds down low to Yates. 30 seconds left on the Binghamton power play. Back up to Powell at the high point. Jurich left circle, looking back across. Powell at the point, the shot wide, and that bounces off the back of the cage and into the corner. Strom takes it off the wall there. Yarwood on the far side. 15 seconds left on the power play for Binghamton. The league leading power play for Binghamton. Powell on the far side, drops down low. Yates tips it wide. 5 seconds left on the power play. One-timer from Powell, wide of the net, and the hat tricks chip it ahead. Hat tricks have numbers out of the boxes. Finberg, Tom Mealy up the left side, all the way across Ruiz. High slot, the wrist shot is blocked by Powell. That stung him on his right leg. The hat tricks still have it in the offensive zone. Finberg across Ruiz, one-timer, and it's stopped by Liskowitz. Atwell has it left side, down low, Mealy back in front. Atwell, the shot bounces around in front. Finberg with the shot, it's stopped by Liskowitz. He tries to bank it in from behind the goal line, and Liskowitz is able to stop it somehow. Laying on his side, facing the goal, able to make that save.
Tal Finberg has a pretty active first shift. He had not played a shift yet in the game, and he served the penalty, the second penalty on Gallagher, and then came out of the box, joins the rush, gets a couple scoring chances there, so certainly hops right into the heat of things. But it was good thinking. He's behind the goal line. Hey, the goalie's down, let me try and bank it in. But he was unable to do so there, but it was a smart play by Finberg.
Hat tricks win the offensive zone face-off. The shot stopped. Jackson steers it into the corner. Jesso around behind the Binghamton net. Is sealed off. It's chipped up. Kept in by Susie. Hammered right back down low. Anderson off the corner boards far side. Stopped by Boilard, who will chip it out to center. 5:45 in the first. Hat tricks lead 3-1. Corey Anderson tips into the offensive zone. And Pekarski sealed off behind the net. Back out in front. Down to the blast. Wide of the net. Jesso has the rebound off the end boards. Near circle. Jesso drops down low for Jackson as he's upended. And Jackson will turn it back down low. Dowda up to the point. Steve Brown skates in from the point. It's tipped in front. They score! Dustin Jesso! Add a goal to his night. It is his third point of the first period, and the hat tricks have the 3-goal lead right back. It's 4-1, 5:18 left in the first.
Now you wonder why coaches tell you all the time, get bodies to the net. You know, Steve Brown gets the point, the puck just inside the blue line, and then he just wrists it on net. What would have been a harmless shot, except what happens, that happens. Jesso goes to the net and gets the deflection, and it's in the net. And Dustin Jesso's got 3 points in the first 15 minutes of this game, and the lead is back to 3, 4-1.
His 15th goal. He has 33 points this season, now in 23 games. Hat-tricks back in their own zone, up 4-1 in the final 5 minutes of the first. Into the neutral zone. It's tipped ahead, and the hat-tricks go in offside. We'll step aside here late in the first. 4:51 to go. Hat-tricks up 4-1.
Texas Roadhouse, located on Newtown Road in Danbury, opened its doors locally in 2017 and is known for hand-cut steaks, cactus blossom, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and fresh baked bread. The restaurant prides itself on its legendary food, legendary service, and legendary fun. Check them out. It's the Texas Roadhouse, located on Newtown Road in Danbury.
Hat Tricks with a neutral zone face-off, 4:51 to go in the first, leading 4-1. Ruiz wins, and Tom Mealy will skate back in the neutral zone into the offensive end on the right wing. Lost control as he got into the zone, and it is turned ahead by Binghamton on the near side. Tipped off the wall. Powell takes it behind the net. Brown and Adam Dowda get the assists on Jesso's 15th of the season to give the Hat Tricks a 4-1 lead as Brown takes over in his own zone to bank up the near boards. Pass Kuznetsov, icing waved off. Merkel will go back to grab it in his own end. 4:09 left in the first. Hat Tricks up 3. Merkel up to the left side. Powell, a knuckling pass through the neutral zone, tipped in by Ivashkin. Jackson has it for the Hat Tricks. Drops behind the net. Susi mishandles in the corner, and Binghamton has the puck down low. Ivashkin in the corner, sealed off by Jackson, and the puck is knocked ahead on the near boards. Crunching into the corner is Daniluk. The puck comes across far side, and the net comes off. We will have a whistle in the Hat Tricks end. 3:42 left in the first.
Well, we mentioned Ivashkin and how he's really the go-to offensive player here for the Binghamton Black Bears. Now, they have quite a few sharpshooters here, but 50 goals as a rookie, a 22-year-old kid from Russia. And he leads the league with the 50 goals. 9 of those goals have come in 6 games against the Danbury Hat Tricks this season, including a hat trick against the Hat Tricks on December 29th. That was a 4-point game. But he's done it to everybody, and he is currently riding a 27-game point streak right now. And he's only been held off the score sheet twice this season. And it was in 2 games against Watertown earlier this season. Otherwise, he's put up at least a point in every other game. It has been some rookie campaign for this kid, Nikita Ivashkin.
He loves to shoot the puck. And then the Hat Tricks have the leading shooter in the league, and Johnny Ruiz with 275, but Ivashkin not far behind at 220 this season in 43 games. Off the far boards, Binghamton knocks it toward the slot, and the Hat Tricks carry it out to center. Jesso already with 3 points in the first period will skate into the offensive zone. Leaves for Jackson, and his pass to Anderson was knocked away. Back at center, Daniluk tips out, and Jesso will take over along the near boards. Kicks it to his skate, and will look to outlet. Has it right back. Will slowly maneuver back into his own zone. 3 minutes to go. Jesso deliberately and patiently waiting. The Hat Tricks completing a change as Jesso will finally start up the ice. Lazaro all the way across right side. Dowda tips into the offensive zone, stopped inside the line, fed right back down into the zone by Gallagher. Liskowitz will leave it to the side. Ivashkin into the Hat Trick zone. Down low, the shot kicked away with the right leg by DeSalvo, and the puck comes to the near circle. Levac all the way out in front, and the Hat Tricks intercept. 2-on-1 for the Hat Tricks. Dowda across the Steve Mealy right circle, down into the zone, and the shot is blocked away by Pekarski. Fed out in front for Ojic on the left circle. His wrist shot blocked to the side of the net. Dowda turning, firing from the slot. It's kicked out by Liskowitz into the near boards. Puck tipped to the point. Gallagher whacks it down low into the far corner. Ojic back to the point. Atwell shot wide. Brown able to get to Mealy, who knocks it wide, and the Hat Tricks will not be able to get a shot off as Binghamton carries out. 1:45 to go in the first. It is 4-1 Hat Tricks, 1:40 to go. Ojic into the offensive zone. All the way out, and Ruiz swatting inside of the net. Kuznetsov had an open cage. It was poked away at the last minute. Ivashkin carries across the hat-tricks line into the offensive zone, cutting out in front, got to an open net, but couldn't get the shot away as he was upended. Atwell has it behind his own cage and will chip it up and out to center ice.
Oh, he was upended by DeSalvo. DeSalvo dove out to try and knock the puck away, and he got a piece of Ivashkin.
He has to cover up here as it was tipped in on his own cage by a hat-tricks defender. Now, the hat-tricks will have a defensive zone face-off with 1:02 left.
And right at the whistle, Stevie Brown sent somebody flying to the ice. But no harm, no foul. Face-off will be to the right of DeSalvo, who actually made a pretty good save right there. That puck bounced around, and DeSalvo was going left, and the puck was caroming to his right. And he had to flash out the pad, and then he was able to do so and swallow up the puck.
So 1:02 left in the first period. 4-1, hat-tricks lead. DeSalvo taking his good old time in the net to give himself a little bit of a breather. The hat-tricks have the top line out with Ruiz, Kuznetsov, and Tom Mealy. Ruiz wins the draw into the corner. Gallagher knocks it behind the net with a minute left in the first. Tom Mealy takes it off the far wall and will chip it ahead. Kuznetsov couldn't catch up to it. At center, Ruiz finds the puck, feeds all the way across. Tom Mealy streaking in, the shot saved by Liskowitz. Into the corner, Mealy has the rebound. Lazaro center point, shot off a body, wide into the corner. Gallagher keeps in at the point. Ruiz circles at the right side, all the way across. Kuznetsov shot, stick down by Liskowitz. 30 seconds left in the period. It's served all the way down. DeSalvo has to play it and will pass ahead through into the neutral zone. Kuznetsov off to the right side. Ruiz streaks into the offensive zone and couldn't get by Fitzgerald as it's knocked out to center. 10 seconds left in the period. Hat-tricks leading 4-1 in the opening frame. 20 shots on goal in the first period for Danbury as Binghamton is just carrying behind its own net and will let the horn run out. After one, it is 4-1 hat-tricks, and they dominated most of the way through that first period. We'll step aside and be back for the second intermission after this. It is 4-1 hat-tricks after one.
I'm here with Blake and Josh, and we're going to be asking questions. Josh, who do you think is the best player on the Hat-Tricks?
That's a tough one. There's a lot of good players. Johnny Ruiz, the captain tonight, scored his 40th goal of the season. He's top 3 in the league in goals, top 4 in points. He's really good, and the goalie tonight I think is really good too. Pete DeSalvo, he's been really good since he joined the team. He stops all the pucks that are shot at him. I think it's a safe bet to go with Johnny Ruiz.
Do you think Johnny Ruiz is a good captain?
I do, yes. He leads by example. I don't think he's ever going to make the wrong play, and I think he's always going to stick up for his teammates. And the players in the locker room really listen to him and really follow his leadership. So I think he's a really good captain. How about you guys? Who's your favorite players?
Dustin Jesso.
Dustin Jesso. He's really fast, isn't he?
And Johnny Ruiz.
You like Johnny Ruiz? Both of your guys are really good so far tonight, right?
Yeah.
Dustin Jesso, a goal, 2 assists already. Ruiz has a goal. Putting up points on the board here. The Hat-Tricks are winning 4-1. It was an exciting first period.
Yeah. Do you think that when the Danbury Hat-Tricks practice, do they practice simple passes or do they make it hard for themselves?
I think they practice the simple ones because they have to be able to do those right before they can do the hard ones.
Yeah,
so,
who's the most experienced?
The most experienced is, that's a good question. I think it's the Mealy brothers. Number 10 and number 11, they have played over 200 or 300 games each in professional hockey. So they have a lot of experience, and those two also always are making the right decision when they have the puck.
Anybody's family members in the game?
In the game?
The NHL?
In the NHL? The head coach played just one step below the NHL, the AHL, when he was a player. And a couple guys have played up in the high levels of the minor leagues, but nobody on the team in the NHL yet. But hopefully, maybe soon, right? Maybe one day Johnny Ruiz will be in the NHL.
Do they pick them or they just go?
Sometimes they get picked and sometimes they go. So if you're young enough, you'll get picked. If you're older, then they'll try to maybe sign you and you get a contract.
Did any Danbury Hat-Tricks players go to the NHL?
Not yet, but hopefully one day, right? There's a couple really good ones on the team right now.
Who is the best player of all time in the Danbury Hat-Tricks?
Danbury Hat-Tricks all time, wow. Well, Johnny Ruiz is making a good case for that this year. It's been 2 years of the Hat-Tricks so far, so he's been on the team both times, and he was really good the first year, and he's even better this year. So I think he's got a good case.
Do you think anybody's transferring soon?
Well, not at least until the season's over. I think the Hat-Tricks they're one of the best teams in the league right now, so I don't think anyone would really want to play for a different team right now. So I think that they're all staying put because Danbury's awesome place to play, and the players really enjoy it.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Your favorite NHL team?
Rangers.
Who's your favorite player?
Hard to tell.
Okay. Is it Capo Caco?
Sure.
Shesterkin, the goalie. You're a soccer goalie, right?
No,
You're a soccer goalie.
Yeah.
Shesterkin's your guy then. So, all right. Well, these are our junior reporters tonight. How about you guys both say at the same time, here's the second period coming up next.
Here's the second period coming up. One more thing. Shout out to Nate Collins.
All right. Second period of play set to get underway. The Hat-Tricks leading 4-1 after the first 20 minutes, and it was a dominant first for the Hat-Tricks.
Absolutely. Driving goalie Joe Shepard to the bench just 4 minutes into the game. 3 goals on 8 shots to get this one underway, and a 4-1 lead starting period number 2.
Hat-Tricks in their own zone early in the second, up 4-1. Atwell at the left circle will outlet ahead to Kuznetsov through center. Skates into the offensive end, off to the right wing. In Ruiz's skates, he kicks it to his stick and is sealed off along the end boards. Taken down low, Mealy out in front. Atwell in the slot, rips it wide of the net. It bounces high in the air, down back in the slot. Mealy finds it for the Hat-Tricks. Left circle, cuts down behind the net, comes out the other side and lost control. Jurich looks to outlet, and it's knocked to center by Yarwood. Atwell right back into the offensive zone, churning his legs down into the corner. Behind the net, centers out in front. It's tipped by Powell, and he'll clear it to center. Gallagher races back for it in his own zone. A minute into the second, Hat-Tricks lead 4-1. On the near boards, Gallagher dumps it to center, and it is knocked away by Ivashkin into the offensive zone all alone. The shot, it was a bouncing puck, and DeSalvo able to smother it up high, hit him in the right shoulder, and he covered the rebound. A minute 14 in, and DeSalvo a big stop here to start the second.
Yeah, that's an important save there, because you don't want to give Binghamton any momentum whatsoever, and certainly a goal right at the beginning of the period, which would cut the deficit back to 2, would have been exactly the momentum that Binghamton's looking to go start with. But a big save there by DeSalvo on Ivashkin. You do not want to allow that guy that much room.
Gesso skating into the offensive zone here with some speed along the near boards. Stopped, and Jackson able to play it to the point. Lazaro feeds it wide of the net. It banks hard off the end boards, back up high. Gallagher's shot kicked away by Newberg, and the Hat-Tricks have it far circle. Jackson all the way through the slot. It goes into the near boards. Anderson knocked down off the puck, kicks it forward as he's upended, and he wants a call. He's not getting one. Jackson down low to Gesso, side of the net, and it is knocked away. In the corner, Gesso has it back. Rather, Jackson playing it back to the point, but Yates intercepted. Carrying into the Hat-Trick zone, Yates knocks it down below. DeSalvo leaves it off to the side. It is along the far boards for Jackson to skate out. Left side, Gallagher into the offensive end. Will take it down low all the way to the far circle. Ojic missed it, but it hits a stick, and he keeps it in the zone. Down behind the net, Steve Mealy crashes in. Ojic gloves it down to himself in the neutral zone and will spin it down low into the offensive end. Ojic can't catch up to it, but the Hat-Tricks keep it in. Susi across down a high slot. The wrist shot is tipped out of play by Binghamton. 2:41 into the second. Hat-Tricks still on top 3-1.
Yeah,
4-1 rather.
Yeah, Corey Anderson in that offensive zone situation there. He first lost his stick, and then when he was reaching for the stick, he lost the glove. And as he went to get the glove, he got drilled back down to the ice, and he headed off. He's fine, but his stick saw more ice time there, about another minute's worth of ice time than Corey himself saw on that shift.
Long stretch pass ahead. Steve sticks it to Ojic, who is upended as he gets into the corner. That will be a penalty against Boilar. Second time Ojic has drawn a penalty in this game. 3:01 into the second. The Hat-Tricks will head to the power play, up by 3.
Well, it'll be a Ferrera Electric power play, the first one of the night for the Hat-Tricks, who have really been struggling on the power play these last couple weeks, Josh. And in fact, at one point this season, they were the number 2 ranked power play. They have fallen to 6th in the league now at 18.1%.
Giving up 8 shorthanded goals, tied for the second most in the league. A couple of them have come against Binghamton. Ivashkin with a few of those in Binghamton. Dowda, the wrist shot from the slot. It is gloved by Liskowitz to start off the power play right after the faceoff. 6 seconds in. Hat-Tricks on the power play. 3:07 into the second, up by 3. Dowda will take the faceoff in the near circle. offensive zone to our left. Ruiz and Steve Mealy on his wings. Gallagher and Tom Mealy at the point. D'Angelo toss from the circle. Levac will step in, and the Hat-Tricks win the draw. Gallagher all the way across, far side. Tom Mealy takes it off the boards, drops up high to Dowda. Dowda has it back high slot. Fans on the shot. It's tipped away. Powell skates it to the boards and clears down the ice.
That was a good defensive play there by Gino D'Angelo. Got his stick just in the way to stop Dowda from getting that shot off. Otherwise, it looked like Dowda was going to have a clean opportunity.
Hat-Tricks right back into the offensive zone. Gallagher swings down low behind the cage. 1:20 left on the power play. Tom Mealy at the far hash marks. Overlaps with Gallagher. Slides it down low to his brother Steve Mealy behind the net. Out to Ruiz. One-timer blocked and into the far corner. Tom Mealy has it off the wall there. Dowda tips back to the point. Ruiz left circle with some space. Down low, side of the cage. Mealy back out in front. Dowda couldn't reach it. Gallagher at the point, fires it all the way through, high and wide. Bounces out in front of the net. Dowda steers it wide of the cage. Mealy's pass out in front, intercepted by Binghamton, and cleared. 45 to go on the power play for the Hat-Tricks. 4:15 rather, into the second. Hat-Tricks on top. 4-1. Boilar off for holding against Ojic, as the Hat-Tricks look to start the breakout here with a half a minute left on the man advantage. Up the right side, Corey Anderson shovels into the offensive zone. Puck bounces into the corner. Steve Brown chases in. The puck hops along the near boards, and it's stopped by Atwell at the point. The shot tipped, bouncing in front. Liskowitz able to stop it and cover up with some Hat-Tricks in front. Steve Brown and Brett Jackson both lurking, but Liskowitz able to come up with the stop.
Liskowitz has had a pretty good season for them. He's a rookie as well. In fact, just finished his collegiate play at Morrisville State College, a Division III school. He's a 23-year-old from Red Bank, New Jersey, who's 13-5-1 on the season. So he's played very, very well. So that is two rookies that are playing key roles for the team in Ivashkin and Liskowitz.
Hat-Tricks win the face-off. Brown in the corner. 7 seconds left on the power play. Back to the point. Atwell serves wide of the net, looking for the bank out in front. It's Gesso. Hard angle. Hits the side of the cage, and it's cleared to center. Power play over for the Hat-Tricks. Boilar out of the box. Danbury has it in the neutral zone. Gesso turning into the offensive end. The snapshot is blocked by Pekarski. Played to the corner boards. Gesso takes it off the wall there. Plays to the point. Anderson steps by one. High slot. Anderson. Wrist shot. Smothered right in the chest by Liskowitz. And we'll take a break here. 5:22 into the second. Hat-Tricks up by 3.
Well, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is La Quinta by Wyndham right here in Danbury. Ask for the Hat-Tricks friends and family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta. And that last power play was brought to you by Ferrer Electric. You need power, Pete? He's going to light you up. Dependable, reliable, and services you can trust. Pete Ferrer and his team get you the juice to turn you loose. Light them up. Ferrer Electric, LLC.com.
5:22 into the second period. Hat-Tricks up 3. And a blast from Tom Mealy right off the face-off is stopped by Liskowitz. I don't even think they started the clock. Still 5:22 into the second.
That's rapid fire right there. And another face-off win by Johnny Ruiz.
Hat-Tricks have it at the point. Gallagher walking down to the circle, rips it high and wide. Just missed that short side, and it goes all the way down to the Danbury zone. 5.5 into the second. Hat-Tricks up 3. Gallagher on the near wing, chips ahead. Mealy gloves it down, but can't get out of the zone. Levac feeds down low. flagged down by Gallagher, and the Hat-Tricks outlet to center. Yarwood plays it toward the Hat-Trick zone. It's intercepted, and Kuznetsov in all alone on the left circle. The wrist shot off the pipe. It bounces to the far side, and Jurich takes over. Left to right into the Hat-Tricks end. On the right wing, stopped by Ruiz. The Hat-Tricks have numbers again. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Kuznetsov left side, passes across. One-timer, Mealy healed it into the corner. Ruiz has it behind the net, looking out in front for Kuznetsov. It backs to the point where Atwell hammers right back down for Kuznetsov. Out to the slot, tipped away, and Ivashkin the other way. 3-on-2 for Binghamton. Ivashkin up the right side, looks to dangle through. Atwell, he's upended, but it is a penalty on the Hat-Tricks. Aaron Atwell will be called here. The Hat-Tricks will go back to the Cyberus penalty kill. Interference, the call against the Hat-Tricks defenseman. And Danbury up 3 will let the league-leading power play for Binghamton go back to work.
Yeah, and Kuznetsov there was involved in 2, odd man rushes in the favor of the Hat-Tricks. The first time he rips one off the far post with his left circle shot. A great shot, beat the goalie cleanly, just caught iron. And the second time he came in on a 3-on-1, and he decided to make the pass. And boy, Tom Mealy was looking to ram it right through the back of the net.
Steve Mealy into the zone, short-handed, cuts out in front of the net, tries 5-hole, and Liskowitz closed it down. It was a chip out of the zone from Corey Anderson as he was falling down. The Hat-Tricks won the face-off. Steve Mealy found it in the neutral zone, skated in all alone, but Liskowitz up to the task. 12 seconds into the kill for the Hat-Tricks.
That is 3 really good scoring opportunities in the last less than a minute.
Anderson wins this face-off forward. Kuznetsov had one off the post. Mealy couldn't connect on the one-timer, and that was Tom Mealy on the one-timer, Steve Mealy on the short-handed rush. Ivashkin into the Hat-Tricks end on the power play for Binghamton. Cuts to the corner, circles behind the net. Backhands off the wall to the point. Powell across Levac, feeds down low. Ivashkin out in front. One-timer, they score. It's Strom in front. Tic-tac-toe for Binghamton. A great passing play by this power play for the Black Bears, and that'll show you why they lead the league in that category. It's 4-2. Hat-Trick still on top. 7:09 into the second.
Yep, well, and, you make a couple big saves and you catch a break at one end, as Binghamton did. As we were talking about, 3 really good scoring opportunities for Danbury. They don't cash in, and then boom, Binghamton comes back. They get one real good opportunity, and they're able to put it in the back of the net as Strom makes it a 4-2 game.
Hat-Tricks win the draw, dump it into the offensive zone. Ojic takes it in the corner, feeds out in front, knocked away in front of the goal. All the way from the point, Lazaro's shot stopped down by Liskowitz, and the Hat-Tricks can't control the puck. Jurich off to the near wing. Merkel will play it all the way through center. Batted down. Ivashkin into the zone. The wrist shot tipped out of play. Gallagher able to close off on that shot and tip it behind into the netting. Hat-Trick still up 2. 12:23 to go in the second.
So that's Strom, his 12th of the season. Half of his goals have come on the power play now. His 6th goal on the power play, 12th overall. Ivashkin and Levesque with the assists. 4-2 game now. That next goal is going to be huge either way.
Binghamton in the offensive zone. The shot smothered by the glove of DeSalvo. He'll play it out and has Tom Mealy at center across to Ruiz. Quickly into the zone, dropping for Kuznetsov. Back out in front, Ruiz. It was knocked away by Merkel. Binghamton the other way, left to right. Starting to look like that last time Binghamton was in town. Back and forth, a ton of offense as DeSalvo gloves a shot from the far wall. 12:03 left in the second. Hat-Trick's up 2, and it's just chance after chance on each end here.
Yeah, it is, and you referenced that 10-7 game. Somehow I think with Pete DeSalvo in net, I don't think I'm going to see a 7 spot, but you never know. Of course, that night, Frankie McClendon and Will McEwen split the game. But now it's Pete DeSalvo's net. Can't see him giving up 7, but this Binghamton team is explosive.
They have the puck back in the corner. The Hat-Trick's able to force it to center. No lead is too much for Binghamton to overcome. The Hat-Tricks have the puck off the wall. Anderson stuffed it wide into the corner. Jesso takes it off the wall, dances by, down low, and is stopped by Strom as it's played out all the way to center. Hat-tricks right back in. Anderson wings it around the boards, and it's taken off to the near side. Jesso feeds down behind the net. Jackson looking to turn it out in front. He bobbles it and juggles it with his stick. It bounces down behind the net. He'll work it free to Anderson off the wall, out in front. Jesso had his stick lifted. Daniluk has the rebound on the boards. Down behind the net. Daniluk comes out far side to the point. Susie had it in his skates, and it's Gates going the other way. DeSalvo way out of the net at the blue line. DeSalvo out of the net, and Boileau had to wait because a teammate was in the zone offside. The shot finally, DeSalvo gets back in the net and tips it out of play. 10:56 to go in the second. The Hat-Tricks netminder, a little bit scary there.
Well, the fans love it, though. Came all the way out, knocked the puck back to center, and he's lucky that the that the Binghamton forward was caught in the offensive zone because there was a wide open net down there, but he scrambled back and was able to make a save as well. Like I said, the fans loved it. I'm not sure about Matt Voidy or Dave McIsaac behind the behind the Danbury bench. But the result is a good one for Danbury.
It didn't lead to a goal. Hat-tricks in their own zone. Shades of Marty Biron from the Flyers back in 2012. Hat-tricks into the offensive zone. Playoff game against the Penguins. Didn't work out well for Biron. But it did for DeSalvo here. The Hat-tricks in the offensive zone. It's tipped, and Ojic can't control out to center. Lazaro will knock it forward, and Dauda will try and connect. Oganezov into the Hat-tricks end. The shot is off a body wide. Ojic will take over. Feeding to center, tipped by Dauda, and lost control to Fitzgerald. Into the Hat-tricks end, Fitzgerald on the left wing. Knocks it down low, takes a bounce off the end boards. DeSalvo had gone back to play it, but Binghamton couldn't get it in front of the net. It's knocked to center by the Hat-tricks. Past the halfway point in regulation. Black Bears in their own zone with Powell outletting to Jurich. Tipping by into the Hat-trick zone. Fitzgerald takes it off the wall, right circle out in front. It's Ivashkin trying to outweight DeSalvo back down in front. Jurich, the shot stopped. Rebound try. Abbott is saved by DeSalvo on the side. Far corner, Ivashkin has it off the wall. Backhand out in front, looking to get to his forehand, and two Hat-tricks converge. Ruiz and Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov takes it the other way, looks to drop for Ruiz. It goes back out to center. Tom Mealy takes over in the neutral zone. Knocked away from him, Ivashkin ahead, and Jurich carries to the Hat-tricks end. Behind the net, DeSalvo rips it up the near boards. Merkel keeps it at the point, stuffs it back down low behind. Jurich out in front, and a great play by Steve Brown to knock that away. He has Tom Mealy streaking into the offensive zone. Mealy looks around, now feeds to the left circle, across to the right, and Ruiz had it knocked away. Fluttered out to center by Binghamton. Steve Brown back in his own end to take over. Slowing things down, Brown behind the Hat-tricks net. 8.5 to play in the second. Hat-tricks up by 2. Kuznetsov weaving his way through the neutral zone into the offensive end. He rips it, he scores! Dmitry Kuznetsov finally has his goal tonight. His 29th of the season, and the Hat-tricks lead 5-2.
Boy, that was a lethal shot there by Kuznetsov. And, maybe we can re-rack that one a little bit. Here we go. Comes over the blue line. Defenseman backs up, gives him the space, and Kuznetsov takes advantage of it. Kept the shot low, and it was just a wicked wrister right there. Great finish by Kuznetsov. Big goal for Danbury. Lead back up to 3.
Right below the blocker and right above the pad of Liskowitz, the Hat-tricks have the 3-goal lead right back. You said it, the next goal was huge, and the Hat-tricks got it from Kuznetsov. Daniluk in the offensive zone, whips it wide. Jackson looked for the tip in front, but couldn't connect. It's carried out to center. Ruiz and Tom Mealy get the assists on Kuznetsov's goal to give the Hat-tricks the 3-goal lead right back. 8 minutes to go in the second. Hat-tricks 5, Black Bears 2. Dowda in the offensive end, rather defensive zone, will outlet ahead to Jackson. Across the line, drops down into the zone and feeds out in front, stuffed by Dowda, kicked out by Liskowitz. Along the far boards, it's Gesso taking it off the wall and out to center. Dowda locked the shot, tipped in front. Dowda trying to outweight Liskowitz to the side and lost the space. Back to the point, again wide by Dowda, and it is dropped back to the point. Lazaro off the wall. Dowda knocking Boilar's stick away. Dowda has it back in the slot, rips it just over the bar, and Pekarski comes away with it. Chips it off the glass out to center, all the way down into the hat-trick zone. Icing waved off. Near side, back behind the net. Lazaro will outlet. 6:50 to go in the second. Hat-trick's up 3. Ojic speeds into the offensive zone, leaves for Dowda. Left side, Mealy cuts to the slot, and the shot is stopped by Liskowitz. Steve Mealy, I don't know how he made it through that crowd of players, but he was able to get a shot away, and Liskowitz made the stop. We'll step aside here from Danbury. 5-2, Hat-trick's lead. 6:42 left in the second.
Well, Litchfield Distillery is the spirit of hard work. The Batchers of Litchfield Distillery, in honor of the early farmers of Northwest Connecticut, present to you the locally made Litchfield Distillery bourbon, vodka, and gin. Grab it at the rabbit hole and hoist the barrel with the Hat-tricks, and certainly Danbury hoping to hoist the barrel tonight. 16 games remaining in the season, including tonight, 7 of the 16 against this team, the Binghamton Black Bears.
4 straight starting tonight. Hat-tricks, 2 at home, 2 on the road, a home and a home, 2 straight weekends with Binghamton. Hat-tricks, maybe a little bit of a break with last night's game being suspended, not in a 3-3 situation as much as they were. Binghamton didn't play last night, so they're a refreshed team. Hat-tricks, the busy schedule in the last week or two. This would have been 6 full games in 9 days for the Hat-tricks over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, and, at some point that Carolina game's got to be finished, so the schedule makers still have to figure that out. Danbury had a 3-0 lead in that one. Atwell and Ojic and Kuznetsov scored, but as of now, Aaron Atwell still doesn't have any goals on the season because that game's not official yet, so that goal's not official yet. Eventually, he'll get credited for it.
Now, if he scores tonight, is it his first or his second of the year?
Yeah, I think it's his first.
Let's hope we have to figure it out.
Yeah,
6.5 to go in the second. Hat-tricks up 5-2 on a penalty being called against Danbury. This will be Steve Brown. It looks like he's the one skating across to the box. I didn't quite see what
let's see.
It was, and they're going to call a high stick.
Yeah.
Brown and Atwell both converged in on the Binghamton player carrying it in, but they'll call Brown for the high stick, and the Hat-tricks back to the Cybers penalty kill here.
And equal as important, Binghamton, the top power play in the league, gets right back at it. They're 1 for 2 tonight.
Hat-tricks win the draw and wind it all the way down. Liskowitz dealing with Ruiz, who was charging in, will outlet ahead. Powell across the neutral zone, left to right at the Hat-tricks line, stopped, and Tom Mealy takes over, launching all the way down the ice. 6:05 to go in the second, 30 seconds into the kill for the Hat-tricks. Steve Brown in the box for high sticking. Danbury up 5-2. Ivashkin racing to center into the Hat-tricks end. across left circle, out in front, and it's stopped by DeSalvo. Rebound poked away by Anderson, and Powell comes away with it. Far circle, Powell disrupted by Steve Mealy, and it's cleared all the way out by Atwell. Halfway through the penalty kill for the Hat-Tricks, 5.5 to go in the second. 3-goal lead for Danbury. Ivashkin dancing down low, lost control, and it goes around the far side. Off of Steve Mealy's skate, he'll try an outlet for Anderson. It's intercepted and right back the other way. Strom into the zone. Jurich will hold up at the point and fire all the way through the goal mouth. Back down low. Susi tips it wide, and it's swatted out all the way down the ice. 30 seconds left on the kill for Danbury. 5 minutes left in the second. Binghamton looking to crawl back in this game, down 3. Left to right, it's Yates carrying through center across the Hat-Tricks line with speed. Stopped by Susi. Gesso takes over at his own circles. Across to Daniluk, up the near boards, and the outlet feed to Dowda into the zone. 1-on-2, the wrist shot stopped by Liskowitz. He'll keep it in play and play it to the corner. Dowda there for the Hat-Tricks and drops it all the way back to the neutral zone as the penalty expires. The kill gets the job done for the Hat-Tricks, and Gesso will slowly make his way back in his own end, starting a rush for Danbury, but Lazaro is upended in the corner, and the Hat-Tricks are having trouble getting out of the zone. Dowda up the right side. Kuznetsov into the zone, stops at the circle. The shot off the edge of the net, high in the air, and it's Dowda playing it back to the point. Gallagher, the wind, the drive, tipped in front by Dowda, and it's saved by Liskowitz. Into the corner. Kuznetsov takes it off the wall, blindly throws it to the point. It goes down to center. Gallagher has to take it over there. 3:45 to go in the second. 5-2 Hat-Tricks. Yarwood out of his own end, left to right. Stretch pass stopped by Atwell, and Ivashkin carries into the zone, jumps by, all the way out in front. It's dropped down by Steve Brown, and the net comes off. We'll step aside with 3:29 left in the second. 5-2, Hat-Tricks lead.
Dr. Matt Hartsburg is an official member of the Danbury Hat-Tricks medical team. Hartsburg Chiropractic is cutting-edge chiropractic care right here in your backyard. Check out Hartsburg Chiropractic and get on the road to a pain-free hockey season. And we get a scoring change on the last goal, or the most recent goal. Kuznetsov, his 29th at 11:34. Ruiz and Mealy, Tom Mealy, were credited with the assist. Well, that has now been wiped off the boards, or at least the assists have. Steve Brown gets his second assist of the game, and Pete DeSalvo gets his third assist in 8 starts this season.
He loves to play the puck.
He loves playing the puck.
3.5 to go in the second. Hat-Tricks up 3, and they win the face-off to the right of DeSalvo and carry out to center. Kuznetsov hammers into the offensive zone, and it is Tom Mealy to charge in there in the corner. Down low, it's taken off the wall by D'Angelo, and Binghamton will carry out to center ice. Hat-Tricks take over there. Steve Brown circles back and plays across to Aaron Atwell. The flutter pass off to the left wing. Ruiz streaking into the zone, has it off the wall. Drops it back to the point, but no one was home. The Hat-Tricks take it out to center. Susi right back in the tip. Anderson's shot is tipped out of play by Pekarski with the stick, getting back to stop Anderson. 2:43 left in the second. Hat-Tricks up 3.
If Corey had shot that quicker, so the puck gets on his stick, if he had just snapped it, he would have had a good scoring chance, I think. but he waited that extra second to make it one more move, and that allowed the defender time to get his stick in the way and deflect it up into the netting. Corey's had a very, very strong game tonight.
Hat-tricks turn it over in the offensive zone. Jurich left to right on a breakaway, and they call a penalty. Interference. It looks like that'll go against Ivashkin and negate the breakaway for Jurich. Wow, what a bad penalty to take for Ivashkin, and the Hat-tricks catch a break instead of a breakaway against. It's going to be a power play for Danbury.
What a terrible, terrible decision by Ivashkin. Got mixed up there with Susi, and basically he just ran Susi over at center ice. And one of the officials, the back referee, had his eye on it, and as you said, negates what would have been an absolute clear breakaway opportunity for Binghamton. That is how you lose games. Plays like that, that's just a killer.
It could be the difference of 5-3 or 6-2. The Hat-tricks head to the power play. It's knocked to center by Binghamton, and Atwell will take over at the red line. 2:20 to go in the second. 1:45 left on a Hat-tricks power play, up by 3. Tipped in front. Brown crashes the net. Fed all the way across the blue paint by Anderson, but the Hat-tricks couldn't find the puck. D'Angelo dances to center into the Hat-tricks end. Will rip it by. It is DeSalvo stopping it down. Anderson will play across into the offensive zone. Sauces it back to the point and hops over Atwell's stick. Slowly feeding across to Gesso, right back into the Binghamton end, but he can't get in much past the blue line. It's turned right back out to center. 1:45 to go in the period. Hat-tricks with a minute left on a power play. Tom Mealy across to Steve, tipping into the offensive zone. In the corner, he'll take it back to the point. Steve Mealy circling at the blue line. Walks along the blue line, feeds down low. Gesso looking to turn out in front, and as he took the shot, Yarwood stepped in to block it. Penalty coming up against the Hat-tricks here with 45 seconds left on their man advantage, and it is finally touched up by Danbury. 1:17 to go in the second. The Hat-tricks will head to a 4-on-4 for 41 seconds, and then a penalty kill after that, as Tom Mealy goes to the box for a slash.
Yep, not a penalty you want to take there late in the period on the power play. Just a mistake there by the veteran, and now, you got the 4-on-4. Binghamton's already scored a 4-on-4 goal in this game, and if somehow you work your way through the 4-on-4, eventually Binghamton gets the power play, and their other goal was scored on the power play tonight. So, tough spot here for Danbury.
Jurich, the shot tipped by Yates just off the side of the post, has it right back to the point. Merkel all the way through, glove down by DeSalvo, and Daniluk finds the rebound. Scoops it high off the glass, a bouncing puck settled by Merkel at the point. Down to the hash marks, last minute of the second, taken off the wall by Jurich, looking to shoot from his knees. It's gloved by DeSalvo. 54.6 to go in the period. Jurich, a great job to get a shot off there.
Absolutely, great effort by Jurich. And, that's a tough save to make there because you don't have your normal angle. It's not a normal shot. The guy's on his knees, and he's kind of wristing it from his knees there. But DeSalvo tracked it well. It was a low shot, too. DeSalvo had to go down and get it.
Hat-tricks win the defensive zone draw. Atwell carries ahead. 9 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Jurich into the Hat-tricks end. Right circle will feed all the way through the blue paint. Yates couldn't get a stick on it. Atwell made the play. Ivashkin out of the box. He steps in to Atwell, and he gets the puck to Dowda across Steve Mealy. A hit on the far side. Mealy's 2 tries, stopped by Liskowitz. It's a 2-on-1 for Binghamton, left to right. Across Jurich into the hat-trick zone, right circle. Sliding is Brown, and the shot goes up high. DeSalvo smothers it. 20 seconds left in the period. The Hat-tricks able to survive that 2-on-1 chance for Binghamton.
Yeah, you got to be aware of the game situation, the clock and everything. Danbury got 3 guys trapped down low. They did have a shorthanded opportunity, and it was a good save, but you can't get 3 guys trapped below the circles when you're on the penalty kill. And that's what set up the 2-on-1 rush the other way.
Patrick's defensive zone face-off, a minute left on the penalty kill now as they 4-on-4 ended. 10 seconds left in the period. Jurich off the end wall, tip in front from Strom, goes wide. Ivashkin, 3 seconds. The rip is high and wide off the glass as the horn sounds. The Hat-Tricks lead 5-2 after 40 minutes, and Binghamton will have 42 seconds of a power play after the third period starts. We'll step aside here from Danbury. We'll have the third period coming up next. We'll digest the second and get ready for the third. Coming up, Hat-Tricks up by 3 after 2. third period of action just about to get underway here in Danbury. The Hat-Tricks lead 5-2. Josh Starr with Jim Cerny. It was the first 3 goals of the game for the Hat-Tricks before Binghamton got back on the board. That was all in the first period. The Hat-Tricks even took a 4-1 lead after one. Teams traded goals in the second, and we sit at 5-2 into the third.
Yeah, 5 different goal scorers for Danbury in this one: Gallagher, Anderson, Ruiz, Gesso, and Kuznetsov. And, there are some guys that have had terrific nights that have not, scored a goal yet. Adam Dowda has been all over the ice in this one. And, boy, he is a difference maker, If they can get him more games and play a little bit more down the stretch here, that is a huge weapon added to their lineup.
He's on the ice with Johnny Ruiz, Aaron Atwell, and Steve Brown. The Hat-Tricks on the penalty kill for 45 seconds to start the period. Binghamton wins the opening draw in the third. Carrying in right to left, it's Strom, upended by Atwell, and the Hat-Tricks come out to center. Into the offensive zone, Ruiz upended. Ivashkin will take over. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Black Bears. Off to the left wing into the Hat-Tricks end. Circles behind the net. Stopped by Steve Brown. Feeds it out in front. It's kicked away by Dowda and turned out to center. Powell takes over in the neutral zone on the right side. Backhands across. Strom into the Hat-Tricks zone. Left circle. Drops to the point. Jurich skating down low. Blasts it. Brown got a piece of it, and it goes wide of the net. Ivashkin on the far side, all the way across. One-timer, Jurich, saved by DeSalvo as Tom Mealy exits the box. Hat-Tricks back to full strength, and DeSalvo making a big stop early in the third.
Yeah, that was a good save right there. Moving quickly across the crease, under control, and kind of had to juggle that one. Bounced the puck up off his pads to his glove. But a real good job by Peter DeSalvo there against Jurich. We mentioned earlier, has 11 power play goals on the season.
Jurich on the face-off win, drops back to the point. Powell off the end boards, stuffed off the side of the net by Ivashkin. Jurich back out in front. Levac, the shot is stopped by DeSalvo. All the way around far side. It is the Hat-Tricks carrying out the center. Anderson streaking into the zone, left circle. The wrist shot high and wide. Almost the same exact spot he scored his goal from earlier, but couldn't hit the frame that time. It bounces back out to the Hat-Tricks in the neutral zone. Gesso at the red line will carry into the offensive zone. 1 against 2, swings to the right side, and the shot tipped out of play. 1.5 minutes into the third.
One of the things that we haven't talked about yet tonight is the return of Vinny Susi to the Danbury Hat-Tricks, and what a difference that really makes. That is, you're getting really one of your top 4 defensemen back. He started the season here, then played in the Southern Pro League for a couple months. Now he's back again, and that is a really, really big addition to the blue line. It is something that you really can't underestimate how much that solidifies the back line for this team heading towards the playoffs.
Steve Mealy takes the draw. Susi on the bench right now. Gallagher and Lazaro, the D pair, out for the Hat-Tricks, but truly a big addition back for the Hat-Tricks. He's right back into the lineup and playing a big role so far. First full game for Susi back with the Hat-Tricks at home here tonight. A shot off the side. Gallagher upended as he got the rebound. Side of the net, that will be a penalty against Binghamton. Hat-Tricks into the offensive zone, stopped by Liskowitz, and he'll cover up. The Hat-Tricks to the power play, 1:57 in. Yates off for tripping.
Yeah, Yates just reached back. He was actually going the other way on the other side of the net, and he just reached out the stick to try and poke at the puck, but he missed the puck, and he got all skate. And Gallagher went down in a heap, and that will be the third power play, or this will be the third Ferrer Electric power play for the Hat-Tricks tonight.
Hat-Tricks in the offensive zone on the power play. Win the face-off shot. Tipped by Steve Mealy off Liskowitz into the corner. Popped in the air up the boards. Gallagher keeps in. Ruiz gloves it down. Feeds down low to Steve Mealy. 1:44 left on the power play. 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the third. Hat-Tricks up 3. Steve Mealy across to his brother Tom near circle. Drops back to the point. Gallagher takes it off the blue line to Tom Mealy at the circle. Out in front, Steve stuffed it wide of the net. Back out to Tom, right circle, at the high part of the ring. Back to Gallagher at the point, and shot all the way through traffic in front, side of the net. Steve Mealy back out to the slot. It's tipped away from Ruiz and out to center. DeSalvo way out of the net. Will launch it forward for the Hat-Tricks on the power play. Dowda drops it to Tom Mealy. Left circle. He'll turn back and slowly get things set up for the Hat-Tricks. Ruiz, the blast wide of the net. Halfway through the power play for the Hat-Tricks. 3 minutes into the third. Up 3. Dowda circles to the left side. The shot high and wide. Banks out all the way to Gallagher at the point. Touches down low to Tom Mealy. Right hash mark all the way across. Mealy out in front. He scores! Steve on the tip in front. Ruiz with the pass. Tom Mealy found Ruiz far circle. And Steve all alone in front on the power play. Hat-Tricks lead 6-2.
That is some pretty feed by Johnny Ruiz right here. Boy, Steve Mealy's not going to get many goals that are easier than that one. Just keep the stick on the ice and redirect the puck into the net. Let's check out the replay. It's a good cross seam pass here. Ruiz wide open, and then boy, he finds Steve, and Steve is left all alone. And Johnny does a really good job there because he doesn't rush the pass. He draws the defenders towards him, and that opens up Steve Mealy to be wide open in front for the easy tip in.
Dumped into the Binghamton zone. And the Black Bears knock it all the way back down, and it'll go for icing against the Black Bears. 16:24 left in regulation. Hat-Tricks up by 4. Ruiz and Tom Mealy officially get the assists on Steve Mealy's goal.
Yeah, his 9th of the season, and you know what? As a coach, you take wins and goals any way you can get them. But when you put up a 6 spot, you got 6 different goal scorers. That just feels the way a coach wants it to be, right? It's not just one guy dominating, even though Jesso's had a big night tonight. You get 6 different guys to put the puck into the net. I'm sure Dave McIsaac is real happy about that.
Hat-Tricks another offensive zone face-off. It's won by Binghamton, and it is carried out. Dave McIsaac also will be happy with keeping this electrifying Binghamton offense just the 2 goals so far, as the Hat-Tricks force another turnover. They're back the other way. Jesso left circle. The shot blocked away. Has the rebound back. Jesso all the way out in front and turns at the slot. Will rip it off the body. Back to Atwell at the point. Right side. Anderson shot blocked, and he'll play it back to the point. Atwell has to go out to center to take it. Jesso on the right side weaves his way in. The wrist shot at the slot. The rebound in front. Jackson stoned by Liskowitz. Slid across to his right. Jackson has it back behind the net. Ruiz out in front on the backhand. Stopped away at the side. Ruiz has it back. The wrist shot high and wide. Banks out to him at the left side. He'll have his own rebound there. Along the far boards, Ruiz backs it through. On his knee will shoot. It's tipped high and over the net. Into the corner. Levac will play it up, and it's all the way through to Ivashkin into the Hat-Tricks end. Partial breakaway. Ivashkin tries to chip it by. DeSalvo squeezes the right arm and makes the stop. DeSalvo springs forward, and it is Tom Mealy into the offensive end. Whipping it around behind the boards. 5 minutes into the third. Hat-Tricks up 4. Binghamton will outlet. Right to left across the Hat-Tricks line is Yates. Turning by inside the blue line. Backhands down low. Kuznetsov intercepts for Danbury. Gallagher finds it there, crushes it off the boards. It goes out of play. And that will send us to a break here. 14:44 left in regulation. Hat-Tricks on top, 6-2.
Josh, I know you're into this. You want the best milkshake you ever had. You love your milkshakes.
I do.
Yeah, so do I, actually. and you want to taste greatness? Well, hit the Holiday Diner on White Street and feast off their menu. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner with George and the crew. Check them out on White Street, the Holiday Diner.
I haven't been back in March yet, but the February milkshake of the month was a chocolate-covered strawberry milkshake.
Oh, I'm into it. Yeah,
and it was outstanding.
Yeah, I figure you had more than one in the month of February.
May have had a few. They were pretty good. Hat tricks up 4 here, and we'll head to the Cybers penalty kill as Zach Lazaro takes a hooking call right off the face-off. So with 14:36 left in regulation, Hat tricks have to kill off a penalty here, up by 4.
Binghamton 1 for 4 so far on the power play. Their second goal, the one by Strom in the second period, was the power play goal that they scored.
He is set up in the bumper spot right now in the slot. Binghamton has the puck in the offensive zone after winning the faceoff. Jurich left circle. Drops back to the point. Powell. Back Jurich. The shot blocked in front, and the Hat tricks can't clear. Kept in. Jurich across to Ivashkin. Winds, drives, and he scores. That puck maybe never even left the ice, and it got inside the post past DeSalvo. And there's Ivashkin making the Hat tricks pay. Not exactly the way he usually scores goals, but he's able to get it by. It's a 3-goal game, 5:52 into the third.
And that is goal number 51 on the season for Ivashkin, 10 of them now against the Danbury Hat tricks in 7 games this season. And a weird one, a slap shot that never really left the ice. It skimmed along the ice, and maybe DeSalvo might have been confused by that, expecting the shot to rise. I mean, it was a slap shot, and it just never left the ice. A little strange shot, but it works. They beat him far side, and it's now a 6-3 game.
14 minutes left in the neutral zone. Tipped ahead. Jurich into the Hat tricks end across to Yates. The pass was behind him, and the Hat tricks, Steve Brown will bank to center. Ruiz racing into the offensive zone. Overlaps with Mealy into the slot, and it's intercepted by Levac. Across to Yates into the Hat trick zone. It's Jurich across to Levac into the corner. In the Hat tricks end, out in front, Jurich swatting away at a puck in the air, and Ruiz finds the rebound across to Kuznetsov. 2-on-2 through center. The Hat tricks will carry into the offensive zone. Tom Mealy across the near boards will drop back to the point. Gallagher takes it off the wall. Lazaro stopped up high, but able to still get the puck down low. Into the corner along the near boards. It is Anderson taking it off, dancing to the slot. He's upended as he got there. Kuznetsov finds the puck, twirls it into the corner. Backhands down low for Tom Mealy, taking it off the wall. Kuznetsov down in a heap along the far circle. A penalty is coming up against Binghamton. The Hat tricks Lazaro out up high, lost the handle on it, and it is the whistle comes. 12:46 to go in the third. Hat tricks now back to the power play.
Yeah, I thought MJ Merkel was the one who might have did a drive-by on Kuznetsov there, where it would be an interference penalty. Yeah, Merkel is the guilty party heading to the penalty box. Kuznetsov got spun around and went down pretty hard on the ice.
Corey Anderson also in a ton of pain on the Hat tricks bench, hunched over, was limping as he made his way over to the Hat tricks bench, and in some pain there. Kuznetsov also at the bench for the Hat tricks, and they win the faceoff to start the power play. 12:40 to go in regulation, up 3. Gallagher races across the blue line, back to the other side. Ruiz, the shot blocked by Binghamton, and it is all the way down the ice. Merkel for tripping. And the Hat tricks have to skate back to their own end and play up. The right side, Gallagher drops for Ruiz, and it is up the right wing. Steve Mealy stopped along the boards, and it is taken all the way down into the hat-trick zone. 12 minutes to go in the third. 6-3 hat-tricks lead. Dowda up the far side. It's Jackson across the line, out in front. Dowda, the shot stopped by Liskowitz. In front, Dowda looking for the rebound halfway through the power play, and now a penalty coming up against the hat-tricks. Second time tonight the hat-tricks have committed a penalty while on the power play. It will be a high sticking call against Dowda. Hat-tricks power play ends with 52 seconds left on it.
It's starting to dissolve into a little bit of a sloppy third period here. Each team kind of trading penalties as now Dowda the guilty party. And, you know, A, you don't want to take a penalty when you're on the power play. B, you don't want to take a penalty in the offensive zone when you're on the power play, and that's exactly what Dowda did.
Hat-tricks back in their own end here. 45 seconds left of the 4-on-4 before Binghamton gets a power play. Jesso through center. Jesso can always be dangerous here, especially on the 4-on-4, but his pass across to Jackson intercepted by Pekarski. Through center, up the right to left into the hat-trick zone. Dropping for Yates, all alone in front. Yates to the backhand, and it's in, and they score. DeSalvo was beaten through the 5-hole and tried to get back and take it out of the net, but it was too late. Yates scores on the backhand. The hat-tricks lead is cut to 2 with 11:14 left in the third.
Yeah, and you know what the killer is here is that goal was scored 4-on-4. So now they've chipped away at the lead. Now it's 6-4, and in 28 seconds they're going to head to an abbreviated power play. So they get the goal 4-on-4, and then will look to pull within 1 during the power play. So that's a tough one to give up there by the Danbury hat-tricks. I mean, all of a sudden, Yates was in a scrum of players, and then all of a sudden was all by himself, and he broke in 1-on-none and was able to beat DeSalvo. Backhand through the 5-hole.
Ruiz through center, looking to get things started back up for the hat-tricks. Mealy will wrist, and it is stopped by Liskowitz. 10:51 left. 5 seconds until Binghamton has 108 of a power play, and it is all of a sudden a tight game.
Gavin Yates, his 11th goal of the season. He's only played 19 games, so that is a pretty good scoring pace for Gavin Yates. 11 goals in 18 games, and it's a big one. Now we have a 2-goal game halfway through the period.
Hat-tricks win the draw, turn it down low behind the net, and it's stopped by Binghamton and carried out. Ivashkin and as DeSalvo comes out of the net. They'll say it was 7 who got an assist on that. There is no 7 in the lineup for Binghamton tonight. So I don't think he could have done that. Ivashkin will play it down low. Down low is Ivashkin across left side. And it's 20 seconds left of the power play for Binghamton. Off to the near side. Ojic able to take out to center.
Good work there in its own end by Aaron Atwell, winning the puck along the boards, getting it up to Ojic, who sends it down the ice. And a good poke check there by Gallagher, and he gets it up to Mealy. Mealy will chip it down, and that'll do it. That'll kill the power play. Good job.
Tom Mealy crashes in as Dowda exits the box. The hat-tricks work it back into the zone. Kuznetsov back on the ice, all the way around in front. Ruiz, it was tipped away by Ivashkin, who slid into the net and knocked it off its pegs. 9:22 to go in the third. The hat-tricks up by 2, and we will step aside here from Danbury.
New Haven Nighthawk Brewing is brewed right here in Connecticut and featured at the Rabbit Hole. New Haven Night Brewing Company is the beverage of choice at Danbury Arena. Grab a cold one and party like you're in the Elm City.
American Fanatic Ale, an ode to Section 102. Here, Section 14 from the New Haven Coliseum.
Love it.
Good way to refresh after a hat-tricks win.
Well, they're 9:22 away from that.
Ruiz wins the face-off in the offensive zone. Now a little bit less than 9:22 away. Along the near side, it is taken out to center, and glove down, Yates will skate out. The assist is for Kyle Powell on the last goal for Binghamton. So Yates from Ivashkin and Powell, I believe that's assist number 56 on the season to lead the league in that category. Yates in the neutral zone, across to Newberg, into the hat-trick's end, will wrist, and it is gloved by DeSalvo. 8:48 to go. Hat-trick's up 2.
Yeah, actually 57 because he's assisted on the last 2 goals. Ivashkin's goal and then Yates' goal. And Ivashkin, just another ho-hum 3-point night. Goal and 2 assists for him. On a night where I'd argue Danbury's done a pretty good job against him. You know, I think they've held him down pretty well, his scoring opportunities. But yet a guy that's just that good just finds a way, and he's got 3 points tonight.
He's had a couple of chances, but they've always been seemingly out of nowhere or just not full chances, just a couple of partial chances. Hat-tricks in the offensive zone on the forecheck. 8.5 to go. I think they might have just changed the assist back to Pekarski.
No, they got it right, I think.
All right, well.
I think they got Powell that time.
I heard them announce Pekarski.
Well, you know what? You might be right, because just never know.
You never know. The Hat-tricks skate out to center, dumping in. 8 minutes to go in the third, up by 2. Yarwood back in his own end. Binghamton dropping back, and Ivashkin will skate ahead across to Yates, and the Hat-tricks force it back down low. Steve Mealy has it along the near boards, across to Dowda. The shot is smothered in front by Liskowitz.
That's not a pretty sequence there for Ivashkin. They laid the puck back for him, basically looking for him to carry it up the ice with a head of steam. He had a lot of room in front of him, but he mishandled the puck. So he had to jam on the brakes, go back, circle back, get the puck. Then he throws one cross ice in his own end that gets intercepted by Mealy and leads to a scoring chance for Danbury. So not a good stretch there for Ivashkin.
Hat-tricks win the face-off. Ojek out in front. It was blocked into the corner. Yates takes it off the wall there and feeds across the Powell. Up the right side, Jurich. Cross ice to Yates, and he can't handle the pass. Ojek takes over for the Hat-tricks. Drops it back into his own end for Aaron Atwell. Chips it high in the air to center. Dowda swats away at it but can't control. Powell into the zone. Levac into the Hat-tricks end. The chip, and he scores! It's a 1-goal game. Binghamton battling all the way back. Levac chips it over to DeSalvo's shoulder, and it is a 1-goal Hat-tricks lead. 7:15 to go.
I got to tell you, Peter DeSalvo can't be too happy there because, you know, it's a 2-on-1, and I did not see a heavy, skating back into their own zone by the Hat-tricks there. You know, almost just relying on DeSalvo to make another save. And boy, what a finish by Levac. From in tight, is able to basically go under the crossbar on DeSalvo. And like you said, a 1-goal game now.
You see players do that in warm-ups and in practice all the time, just practicing lifting it up under the bar, and
it
worked.
Not easy.
Susi will shoot. It's tipped in front. Rebound. Liskowitz makes the stop. And a second chance in front. He finds it. I don't think he saw the shot coming, but he still made the save and covered it up. 6:50 to go in the third. Hat-tricks up by 1. And after Steve Mealy's goal, 3:14 into this period, it's been 3 straight for Binghamton to make it a 1-goal game. The Hat-Tricks were up by 4.
Biggest lead of the night. They were up by 4, and now it's down to 1.
Bouncing puck back to the Hat-Trick zone, and all of a sudden the Hat-Tricks have to be real careful here. Ruiz across to Kuznetsov, back in front. Ruiz, the backhand save, but the right leg, Liskowitz into the corner. Ruiz can't get it back to the point, and Yates takes over. Into the Hat-Tricks end, off to the left wing. Skates down low, wrap around all the way, and he lost control as he got around to the far post. Tom Mealy shovels to center, and it is taken down into the Binghamton end. Black Bears right back through center. Yates across right side. Jurich gets by Lazaro. DeSalvo all the way out to the circle to poke that puck away, and Gesso weaves into the offensive end. Swatted away by Yarwood as Gesso got in close. 6 minutes to go. Hat-Tricks up by 1. All the way down behind the net. Gesso hit from behind, still controls the puck. Looks in front for Finberg. He tries the shot, and it bounces out of play behind the net.
You know, Yates coming up big. You know, he's a name that we hadn't called much in this game before the third period, but he scores, you know, the goal that really gets him back in it at 6-4, and then he picked up the assist, the lone assist on Levak's 9th of the season.
Hat-Tricks win the draw. Gesso high slot, laser in front. It's stopped by Liskowitz, and the rebound, Oganezov couldn't handle it. Hat-Tricks keep it in. Atwell turns it off, takes a bounce off the end board. Jackson around the side of the net, wraparound try, stuffing away near post, and Liskowitz keeps it out. Some physical pushing and shoving now after. It's Merkel at least.
Merkel and Jackson.
And Jackson.
Well, Jackson, you know, he did what you're supposed to do. He wraps it around and keeps whacking at the puck until he hears a whistle, right? You know, that's what you're supposed to do. Keep trying to shove that thing over the goal line. And, you know, listen, Merkel did what he probably needs to do. You know, don't do that to my goaltender. Even though he wasn't doing anything wrong, he was doing the right thing, was Jackson. But then Merkel jumped in, and Merkel's a much bigger guy than Jackson, and he just flung him to the ice and then jumped on top. So we'll have to see what the penalties are. We see Stevie Brown is also heading to the box. And maybe more importantly, Corey Anderson. Yeah, Corey Anderson seems to be heading to the dressing room behind Peter DeSalvo's net. Very gingerly walking off the ice now.
Holding a bag of ice in his one hand. He hasn't taken a shift since he came off. After
right where Kuznetsov
was spun down.
Yeah.
It looked a little bit awkward, and he got up from it, and then he got to the bench and looked to be in a ton of pain. Right now it's just 2 in the box for the Hat-Tricks and 1 for Binghamton. They announce a penalty kill again for the Hat-Tricks. It looks like Jackson and Merkel are going to offset, and Brown gets an extra 2 minutes.
And Merkel now is engaged in a little verbal warfare with Brett Jackson and Steve Brown. You know, the penalty boxes are separated there by the box in the middle with the PA announcer and a couple other people in there. But they can clearly hear each other because they are having a pretty animated conversation.
Hopefully it just stays verbal
in
the penalty box. Hat-Tricks on the Cybers penalty kill with 5:20 to go in the third, up by 1. Powell at the point for Binghamton. Fires it all the way through, just wide of DeSalvo. Mealy finds the rebound and serves it all the way down. 20 seconds into the kill. Binghamton back in its own zone. Breaking out, off to the left wing. Strom into the Hat-Tricks end across the line. Feeds to the right side, stopped by Dowda, and he'll shove it out to center ice. Last 2:05 to play in the third. Hat-Tricks up by 1. They were up by 4 earlier in this third period. Ivashkin across the Hat-Tricks line on the power play. 1:12 left on it. Drops to the point, Powell. Jurich on the left side will drop it across the line and feed down low. Levac has it hop over his stick, and Ivashkin plays back to the point. Jurich left circle, the wrist shot stopped by DeSalvo, bounces in front, swatted to the corner. Hat-Tricks find and clear. 50 seconds left on the kill, 4:20 in the third. Hat-Tricks clinging to a 1-goal lead. Powell in his own end, right to left, breaks out, and his drop pass stopped by Ruiz, but Powell spins by and finds Yates through center into the Hat-Tricks end out the left circle, cuts at the bottom of the ring and looks back to the point. Has Jurich out the left side. Back to Powell. And the one-timer Yarwood stopped DeSalvo, rebound stuffed wide from Newberg. The Hat-Tricks have a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Ruiz and Tom Mealy. Ruiz across the blue line to Mealy, left circle, looking for the shot. He has it, and it's saved by Liskowitz. He didn't know where the rebound was at first, but Ruiz had left the area, and Liskowitz able to cover up that puck. 10 seconds left on the kill for the Hat-Tricks. 3:41 in the third. The Hat-Tricks only up by 1.
For lifelong care and wellness, look no further than RVNA Health. Founded and focused on care in 1914, our guiding principles have remained steadfast. A mission to serve, exceptional patient care, and a commitment to excellence in quality and service. That's RVNA Health.
10 seconds left on the kill for the Hat-Tricks. 3:38 in regulation up the right side. Into the Hat-Tricks end, DeSalvo into the corner, plays it up the wall. Ojic finds it there. The Hat-Tricks back to full strength. Up by 1. Brown out of the box. Ojic lofts it all the way down. Doesn't connect with a teammate, but Levac has it at center and carries into the Hat-Tricks end. He's knocked off the puck. DeSalvo again into the corner. Gesso battling a bouncer is stopped by Levac in the corner. Out in front, Jurich, and Gesso finds it. 3-on-2 if the Hat-Tricks hurry. Left to right, Gesso to the left wing. Finberg on the circle, out in front, all the way past through Ojic and back to the point. Brown pinches, keeps it alive into the far corner. Under 3 minutes to play, Hat-Tricks up 1. In the corner, near side, Ojic turns around, goes behind the net, overlaps with Finberg. Back to the point, Brown right side, lofts down into the corner. Ojic takes it off the wall there, leaves for Gesso, cuts to the circle on the near side, and all the way back up high, he takes out to center. Back into his own zone, Dustin Gesso, the outlet, tipped by, and Levac takes over for Binghamton. Off to the left wing, Ivashkin at the circle, stopped by Steve Brown. Ivashkin still has it on his backhand, feeds in front, Gesso intercepts. Finberg off to the right side, Kuznetsov into the offensive zone. He is upended, and I thought I heard a whistle, but no stop and play. Maybe it came from the stands. The Hat-Tricks back in their own zone. 2 minutes to play. Kuznetsov up by 1 into the offensive zone for Danbury. Drops to Tom Mealy, left circle, all the way around behind the net. Will fling it up the near boards. Gallagher down low for Tom Mealy, and Newberg finds the puck. 1:45 to go. Liskowitz still in the net for Binghamton as the Black Bears can't get control into the Hat-Tricks end. Kuznetsov to Tom Mealy, right back into the Binghamton zone. 1:30 to go. Liskowitz waving to the bench for head coach Rod Davidson to give him the signal. He's still in the net. 1:25 left in the Hat-Trick zone. It's knocked away by Danbury, carried out by Gallagher. 2-on-2 through center. Gallagher will just chip in. And the Hat-Tricks changing lines. 1:15 left. Now Liskowitz will follow the team up the ice. Right to left into the Hat-Trick zone. Empty net for Binghamton. DeSalvo thought about the shot, but left it for Aaron Atwell. Up the far side, Jurich will play it in on goal. DeSalvo put it down, almost thinking about the shot again, but he covered it up as there was a Black Bear right in front. 1:01 left and a 1-goal lead for Danbury.
And Peter DeSalvo, his veteran instincts eventually won out there because he wanted to shoot there at the empty net, and that just would have been a mistake. You got to glove it, you got to get the whistle, and then take that face off in your own end. You can't be playing around here. And timeout is called by Binghamton with 61 seconds remaining in the third, and Danbury leading 6-5. And just seeing DeSalvo, I know we're not close enough, we're not on the ice, but you can imagine his eyes must be just huge looking down the ice. He wants it so badly. It's kind of like, if you watch any of the Ranger games, when there's an empty net at the other end, Igor Shesterkin is always looking, and he just missed. What was it, last week? He just missed, an empty netter. So I'm sure DeSalvo like-minded in that way, but like I said, he's a veteran guy, and his veteran instinct won out there. Just put the glove on the puck, get the whistle.
He put the puck down in play with the Black Bear standing right on top of him.
Yeah, and then he slapped the glove on it.
1:01 left in the third. The Hat-Tricks up 6-5. Dowda takes the face-off. Empty net for Binghamton, and the Hat-Tricks win it. Last minute of the third, up the far boards, but Ivashkin takes over for Binghamton. To the point, Powell across Jurich left side, will shoot, and he fans on it. Mealy banks it all the way to center. Powell takes over at his own line for Binghamton. 45 seconds left, empty net for Binghamton. Ivashkin right circle, dangles down low and couldn't get the shot off. Ivashkin back in the corner. Far hash marks all the way across Jurich through his skates and to the point for Powell. The shot through traffic, tipped in front to Salvo just over the net with the glove. Jurich has it back, 25 seconds left. To the point, Powell. The shot tipped wide by Dowda into the corner. Ivashkin turns it by. Ojic fires all the way down wide of the net. It will be icing against the Hat-Tricks. 14.4 seconds left. Hat-Tricks with a 1-goal lead, 6-5.
Stevie Brown made an absolutely terrific defensive play against Ivashkin in that sequence there. Huge play by him to push him off the puck and push the puck away. And then a fluttering shot is almost the one that beat DeSalvo. A knuckleball shot came in on net, and DeSalvo flung up his glove, and at the last second, it tipped off his glove in just over the crossbar. So two good chances, scary moments there.
Face-off won by Binghamton, and it's a fan-on shot from Ivashkin. Hat-Tricks clear all the way down, not enough for icing. 5 seconds left, Jurich in his own end. Ojic all the way out to Dowda with 2 seconds, and he puts it in the empty net. 1 second left in this game, and Adam Dowda ices it for the Hat-Tricks. 7-5 the score, and Danbury will survive in the third period.
Well, we talked earlier about what a good night Dowda has had, and he's able to cap it off here. Good play by Kuznetsov, and he just throws it out in front, and obviously the empty net, an easy goal for Dowda, but he earned that one because he has had a really, really good night for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Great clear there, and I missed who cleared it down the ice.
Steve Brown.
That was a terrific job. He just didn't shoot it down the ice, hammer it down the ice. He deadened that puck down at the other end so that it wouldn't be another icing. That's a great underrated play.
They aren't even going to play the final second. They'll just let the horn go, and the Hat-Tricks win it 7-5. 85 points on the year for the Hat-Tricks. They move to 29-15-3. Binghamton drops to 24-18-2. These teams will play again tomorrow night in Binghamton, and they're expecting a foot of snow in Binghamton tomorrow. Hopefully the Hat-Tricks can get there. I believe they're traveling tonight, and they will be completing the first home-and-home in 2 weekends against this team as the Hat-Tricks turn it back into Binghamton. 7-5. The Hat-Tricks win it tonight. And big Ron Rogel, Hat-Tricks fan, head of the Section 200 Animal House, gets the barrel tonight.
That is awesome.
Birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, that is great stuff. He came out. He had that thing like it was the Stanley Cup above his head as he brought it out. That is very cool. He's getting a lot of hugs from the Hat-Trick players there at center ice as well. That's a really cool moment right there. And I believe that you are right about the team, because before the game in the office, I heard talk about hotel and checking in, and so I think Danbury's going to play it safe and make sure that they get out of town and that they get to Binghamton, get a good night's sleep, don't have to worry about the snow and bad weather, and play another really, really important game tomorrow night in Binghamton against these very same Black Bears.
Well, they held off the rush in the third. It was
Yeah.
a 6-2 lead at the 3:14 mark of the third. It became 6-5, and in the 1 second left, they scored the empty net goal to ice it, but it was a hectic final 10 minutes.
Yeah, it really was. And, again, I talked about that last stretch there, the great play that Brown makes on Ivashkin. Then DeSalvo, a fluttering puck, he's just able to deflect it away. And then that final face-off to the right of DeSalvo, the puck squirted free, and Ivashkin was home free. And he just kind of whiffed on it or couldn't control the puck, and that's where the puck squirted eventually to Brown, and he sent it down the ice and led to the empty net goal. So a couple breaks in there, a couple big saves by DeSalvo. Bottom line is it's a win. It's a regulation win. So really, really important W tonight for the Danbury Hat-Tricks.
Final score 7-5. We'll be back with you next Friday night here against the same Black Bears, and the Hat-Tricks will look to put a cap on the weekend tomorrow night in Binghamton as they finish off the home and home. Hat-Tricks take it 7-5. My partner Jim Cerny, our producer Jack Kinnis. My name is Josh Starr. The Hat-Tricks